Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing? I'm sure that if the word darling bugs you guys, just let me know. But it's kind of a new thing that I'm using. But what's good to you? So on tonight, it's gonna be similar like yesterday. Basically, we will be addressing this whole drama. If you have an experience with the certain individual that is named on my title, be my guest and join in, and I'll let you have the floor completely. So I will be sharing the invite link onto the chat, and you can just waltz right in. You're good. So, fair warning, you may hear some barking in the background because I am outside. So, at least I'm getting some nice fresh air and touching some grass. At least. Eh. Anyways, hey, Soviet. Um, I have my phone next to me just in case if I need to use a hotspot, just in case. That way, I won't have issues. Because yesterday my Wi-Fi kicked me out 3 times. But yeah, if you want to join in, the little link is right there. If you want to join, if you want to explain your experience with the certain individual named on my title, be my guest, and the floor is yours. Let's see. Let's see. One thing I will say, Tara's off limits. That's all I want to say. So, let's see. I hope you're having a good evening too. Okay. I have my phone nearby just in case if I need to use a hotspot. Because my laptop works well with hotspots. How is everyone's day going? It's gonna start out just all my streams always start out kind of boring-ish. Blah 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 blah. Um you're doing awesome. You're doing good. Awesome. You're coloring Night Furies? That's nice. And it's great that you're doing good as well. Just waiting for Bilberry. Hair. Hang on. Sorry, there's gonna be wind. Like I said, I'm outside, so I never thought that the stream yesterday would get to 66 views. Let's go. Anyways, um, I'll watch it. I have it on notify to notify me when you're on or when the premiere is on. So go to the bathroom, put some water on your face, and I think you'll be good. This I was about to say, sir. We all suffer uh from autocorrect. I know the feeling. Let's just hope that nobody is screenshotting today. I hope not. I why? Don't slap yourself. I am a super patient person. Oh, because it works. Okay. So tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll just slap myself. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'll definitely do that. Or maybe I'll definitely not do that. I'm naturally cringy, so don't mind me. I'm not trying to force myself to be funny. Kind of cold. Let's see if you are able to join in. I'll be reposting the link again. Oh, right. Hang on. My hair is a mess. I'm gonna put my phone. I have a small night light. I mean, not night light, a small light similar to my ring light that attaches onto my laptop, and it has a phone holder. So I'm just gonna put the light back and then have the phone holder right here in front of me to see what's going on in my stream, but through my phone. All right. Also, make sure you follow the description below. It says the rules of my live stream. Um, I don't want anything to occur like how it happened yesterday. Somebody trying to reveal addresses or trying to use death threats or basically any type of slurs against each other. I'm legit want to try to get to 500 subscribers with no issues. So you can cuss whatever you want. I don't care how much you cuss out or anything like that. Just be careful with certain words that you say. That's basically it. Welcome. The floor
Yeah,
is
yeah.
yours.
And understand what you just said. When people cuss, I understand like people want to curse, but like if something happens, you get repercussions, not the people.
Yeah. Are you sure if you just want to say something is up to you? Just waiting for Axel.
Just give me a second. So yeah, honestly, I'm surprised and also not surprised on what happened earlier this week. What he did to his own family members. Hey, how he choked his own aunt. I'm not surprised. Now he's saying that he wants to deny the fact that yeah, that's what happened. He wants to deny the facts. But I don't think Tara is the kind of person that would lie about something like that.
Through her
That's
voice.
why DD's mad. That's why he's mad. That's how he's super mad because people are finding out the truth.
Through her voice, I can tell when somebody's lying or not. Tara was being very truthful last night. That's why I let her vent out. Because I know that she's holding everything in. So I let her vent. And Didi, I know you're watching.
Of course he's watching. If you have like 2 or 3 extra more viewers than you actually expect, then him or at least someone else is watching. I always know when I have like 7 people watching, and only 3 people is in the stream at the beginning, because they have like this bot. Like I have on my Discord server as well. They have this bot that can subscribe to your channel, and every time you go live or anything like that, make a video,
Yeah.
they will know about it.
I had to put the thing down because it was bugging me. But um so let's go back in time. And yes, I'm gonna treat it like an interview, but I'm not really a podcast type person.
Mhm.
I'm more of a gamer. But
Mhm. Mhm.
let's you don't have to explain about your past, you don't have to, but I just
Oh
want to
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
your
don't mind. I
current.
don't mind. I don't mind. It all started back in the spring of 2022. Spring 2022. This was a few days before his own. It was, I think it was in March. In March, I believe. And so what happened is that I was one of those people that would let
Hey
anybody
Tara.
join my stream on TikTok, and DD was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a chill guy. He was a cool guy, and over the course of a few, I want to say like a few weeks, we became good friends, and then he introduced me to his friend circle, which is Honey Zen, and
Right.
I can't remember most of them that was in there, but like the only one
And
I
yeah,
can the only one I can really remember is Honey Zen, because like
right.
Jules wasn't there before. Mia was there. Mia was there. And I didn't know about the whole exposing thing. I knew that somebody was talking badly about Didi. At first, when I found out about it, it kind of annoyed me because Didi wouldn't shut up about it. Because I didn't have to normally deal with internet drama most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because of Zexio talking about him, making videos about him, he started talking shit towards him. I didn't understand what it was until I became closer to Mir. Mir was doing a live stream with Zexio, and they were talking about how he was friends with Human. Human is a child predator who was arrested but not convicted. Arrested,
Right.
and that's when I decided, stop being friends with Didi. I've done this many times before, where I found out that my friends are pedophiles. I instantly stopped being friends with them. It don't matter if I've been friends with them for 5 years, or freaking if I'm freaking immortal. If I've been friends with them for like 200 years, if you are a person who anybody would seem as a pedophile, I am going to disconnect myself from you, like you're a leech. I'm trying to disconnect the leech.
Right.
Hello, Tara. So, I believe I left the DD cult around like early summer. I think after my accident.
Okay.
Yeah, I had hyponatremia, which is it's a type of think of like diabetes but for sodium salt. I had a loss of think about like diabetes but reverse, and it's
That's
about
I know what
salt.
it is.
So
I don't know.
yeah,
I know what it is.
I had it because I wasn't eating enough, and I had it between like April something to like the early May. I was in the hospital for like I would say 5 whole days. 5 whole days. So I stopped being Didi's friend. I started doing those rage baiting videos that y'all knew about. Those videos that I
Yes.
used to make about Didi, those were rage baiting. I wasn't trying to expose him. I was just doing what I am doing now, rage baiting him, and it worked because it was funny. And they don't seem even today how, you know, just simply ignoring me would just get me to leave them alone. Back then, they didn't see it, especially Honey then, because after I made a video about them, they went on a live stream
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram. Honeyzen was calling me a cracker.
What the fuck?
I don't know why she was calling me a cracker when she's a cracker herself. It's not like she's black. I think it's because she was dating a black guy at the time. I don't know. Like she felt black apparently. But like I made another video telling them I witnessed what I wanted to witness. I was rage baiting them. And then we went back and forth until like late summer, early autumn, when Didi was just starting. Well, before he started college, what happens is
Mm-hmm.
that me and Mia were preparing to make our own like little exposing video about Didi. We needed more evidence, so what did we do? Well, we pretended to become friends with him again, just to get in a circle, just to get some bad stuff. And when we couldn't find any bad stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know what happened?
What?
Stockholm syndrome. We ended up being his friend again, and that was the mistake I should have never ever done.
Now, how many times did you repeat this mistake?
Um, I only did it one time. I only did it one time to try to become his friend again. It actually ended up being his friend. Um, I hated that. Hey Mia. Um,
Hi, Mir.
but yeah. The whole River the Weasel situation happened around there, like 2022, three, like early spring, like um. Did I forget to mention that he asked River out? I wish I had the screenshot.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, yeah.
That I never knew. That
River
I
was
never knew.
River was 17 years old.
Oh, God.
River was dating Mira at the time. So they were both minors dating at the time. And I don't like to bring it up in front of
That's
Mira,
a
but like
shocker.
I just had to feel like I had to say it.
Oh, that hit me like a
Yeah, yeah,
rock.
yeah.
That hit
Sorry,
me like a
Mira. I
rock.
just had to bring that up once. I just had to. I just need to state that he asked that 17-year-old out. So yeah, and then came like 2024. 2024 is when a lot of people were starting to fight back against him, um, including Rev, Inverto. DNA did a little bit, but not a lot. And by the beginning of like 2020, 2025 in January, I snapped. Not in front of him, but I had enough of him like not listening to me. I had my own vendetta why I don't like DD, why I left his side. Of course, I know the real reason why we should have not liked DD in the first place, because he had like a CP of a 12-year-old who unalived herself. Um, but my personal vendetta I had against DD is because he wouldn't listen to me. Now, back around when the drama between Jaxio and Didi was starting to get heated, I told Didi to ignore him, and he would ignore you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he would feel like this is a waste of time because I'm not getting the reactions I wanted. Because that's what it's all about when it comes to drama reactions. He listened to me about that. But then when it came to like Inverto, I tried to talk him out of like making a live stream for the first time about Inverto. He went behind my back. I keep telling him, like, ignore it. Just ignore it. If you ignore it, then they're just gonna see you as a waste of time. And Inverter literally said that he was going to ignore Didi, that he was done with the drama. Then like some stuff happened. Like I
Right.
mean, stuff happens, whatever. But like that's why I stopped being friends with Didi. But I also don't like him because of what he did to 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 many minors and stuff like that. He what he's continuing when is what he is continuously doing to his minors, trying to get adults in trouble like Axel Ghost.
Mm. I'm sure that we might have or not have a few victims in our chat. That's fine. If you want to say your side of the story, be my guest. Now, if you are younger than 18, you are aware that if you get on up here, I don't want nobody to go after any minors at all. I don't. I don't like when minors are hurt. I don't like when minors are targeted. I just don't
Yep.
want any issues.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
this is the thing. Back then, before Green Fox was a pedophile, me and him will go all over TikTok to help minors to get out of this. It was like an unaliving trend type thing that you fake it type thing to just gain views. But there were actual minors that they were actually thinking about harming themselves. And apparently the reason why I said that Green Fox is a pedo now is because he admitted to liking bluey corn and cub art.
Now I understand why you would like freaking Bandit and stuff like that, but like, 'cause, you know, he's
Yeah.
an adult, but it's still a child's cartoon. And what if he's actually liking the bluey stuff? And that's just nasty. That's
Yes, Green Fox is a
ugh,
pedo. It is confirmed. We caught him in a group chat by asking him a question,
damn.
and he admitted for liking cub
Mm.
corn
Oh
type
my.
thing.
Oh,
So, and bluey corn.
oh.
So, um, and My Little Pony type ones too, which is considered as zoophilia. So,
And not only that,
that's
the
ugh.
the ponies, especially in the first few seasons, they were like what, like 16, 17.
um I can look that up, man, and I have it saved. I know in the first 3 seasons there were like
But yeah, the reason why Ugar said that if you come in here, we don't want you to get targeted by any minors, because that's what does. He wants to say that he protects minors. He does the absolute opposite.
mm-hmm.
He's almost made several minors unalive themselves because they want to stop being his friend.
So
And I remember one.
the youngest
I think her name was, or his name was Scourging Fang.
uh Scourge is a liability, to be honest. So
No, like when they were trying to, you know.
yeah, no. So how he
I,
got that
yeah, I know
is
they're
that
alive right now, but like when they were like, you know, in the, you know, they were having like the biggest crash out because Dee was threatening them. Um,
hey Magnum.
yeah, I understand. So, like that's what Dee is known to do.
So like what Soviet did say, the youngest pony out of all of them is actually Fluttershy, and Fluttershy was his absolute favorite. He always had a Fluttershy plushie. Now, I am part of the My Little Pony community, but not the NSFW section. It's disgusting.
I mean,
I like to draw ponies.
I
I
kind of
like the games. But yeah.
I had a little guilty pleasure. Back when I was in the hospital for like 5 days. I was in the hospital for like 5 days because of my hyponatremia. I was very depressed, very suicidal. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that managed to keep a smile on my face is the My Little Pony videos on TikTok, especially the ones where people like make their own characters.
Yes. Hey Axel, hang on, give me a second.
Eh,
Oh, my foot hurts. It's okay.
yeah. And after that, after I got home, I was like, yeah, I need to watch My Little Pony and see what it's all about.
So, um, a while ago earlier, um, when Green used to had his first TikTok account, which he still has it, but he has no access to it because he changed the email. Um, in one of his old live streams, you will see, you know, the Equestria girls, right?
The what?
The Equestria girls. when they're like in their human form type thing. I don't think you heard it, but
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That, yeah. What about it?
he had a picture of, I believe it was Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy with they were wearing skirts, but they were very short skirts, like Japanese style type schoolgirl shorts, skirt.
Mm.
And um he had it on his wall. It was very unsettling until somebody pointed out and he took it down, but then he did another live stream and it was already on another wall that you can see it on the corner of his camera. So
They, they still high schoolers though.
he said it don't matter, they're adults, and I said they're not adults, they're still in their teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. Even if they're fictional, it doesn't matter. That's disgusting.
It is
Okay.
disgusting.
So yeah, you can search him up on the Tennessee registry. You can find him there. I can only DM his real name. To you guys, I can only DM it because I do know his name. But everything else, I'm gonna stay quiet because everything else is personal stuff. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, I've caught 40 of them in the little game that's called Pony Town, where you basically chit chat with other people. And I have found 40 nonsense. Not nonsense, whatever the word is called. But yeah, I found 40 of them in that game hanging out in the safe server where majority of all the miners were at. So yeah, it's disgusting. So Axel, I did send the invite thing. If you didn't get it, I can resend it again. Um you may continue your story. Sorry for interrupting. I'm doing fine. How are you, Tara? I'm more concerned about your safety. Clearly, I'm concerned about every single of my friends' safety.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Except for Zexio, because I know that he can handle himself. No, Tara ain't speaking yet. Tara, going through a breakup is gonna take a bit.
Yeah, because
It's
I
it's
I
gonna take.
remember when me and my ex broke up, and it took me a while.
It's
Didi will get over you eventually.
it's gonna, yeah. You're gonna
He's
get
just in
over it.
denial that he doesn't like you anymore. He just does that to people that leave his side. It's very common.
It is. It is entirely very common. So
It doesn't matter if you broke up with him or he broke up with you. A breakup is always hard because you loved the person until you just didn't see them as the person you loved anymore. I've been through that where I've fallen in love with someone and I just couldn't see them in that light anymore because I just didn't see them as the same person that I loved before.
yeah. Oh, she's on here. Hello.
Hi.
You doing okay today?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just at work.
Okay. Well, look at that billboard.
And honestly, no offense, Billboy, but you're not my type.
Oof.
Remember when Dee shipped us together, and you said she's not my type? I have to agree. You're not my type either.
Actually, anybody can be my type. I was just like trying to make him mad. Honestly, if I would have said that you were my type, it would have made him even madder. Imagine.
Well, he does go into denial, especially when he acts wrong and does wrong.
Okay. Oh, it also says on the description, anybody that do support DD, you can get in here because sooner or later I'll be turning these live streams into debate live streams. So this is just like a little test. Let's see how it goes. There's a lot of wind over here, and it's cold.
Grab.
I'm at work, so I can't really control the background noise.
It's okay. Are they?
Are they what?
Are they too scared? The
Probably.
Chest.
They are.
Oh, Axel's here too.
Yeah, I just noticed. I noticed that just a few minutes ago.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, he's actually here. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm clueless when it comes to that.
My dog just legit jumped into the bush to catch a lizard.
Weird.
You guys have the floor real quick. I gotta do something.
It's boring at work right now.
Yeah, they are too scared, Soviet. See, DD doesn't like to go on other people's streams anymore. He likes to have total control of his stream. So, like, when something goes wrong, on his stream, he don't have to leave. All he has to do is push them in back in the backstage, or just kick them from the stream altogether. Natural conclusions.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I was doing some stuff. Alright. I can try. But I don't think I will be successful to get him in here.
Anything can happen, actually.
Are you talking about Dee?
He joined in after.
I wouldn't be disrespectful to him if he comes in here.
Me too.
Honestly, if he comes in, I'm leaving.
You're fine. You have the absolute right.
Yes.
And I respect
it. Yes, you do. I understand you don't want to deal with him, but if he does come in here, you can leave all you want.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to Dak. I don't want to talk to him.
That's
I'm guessing because it would be the only way to get him in here is try to get him to talk to you, but like I don't think that's how we should bait him into getting him in here.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It's called
that's a pretty
icy blue chocolate donut. It's a gemstone.
There's a book you should think about reading. It's about gemstones and everything. I don't know the name of it, but you should try looking at the book.
What I'm confused is that why did he bring his aunt onto my stream?
He always done that.
Oh, he always done that?
Back when I think either Zezio or someone called
Wait,
him
he always
out.
brings his what?
His aunt will like normally just joins in like random streams or calls because Honeyzen was in it, J-Boy, him, and I was
It's
somewhat
how it
in it
is.
because Didi wanted me to be in it. I think it was either Zezio or Billberry did something. It was one of the two, and she was just talking back and forth about the Bible, Jable, Didi, how he was always in the right, and she did actually yell at him over a few things, and then when Huntington was like crying, that kind of like scooted her away because it was loud and everything, and Jable was just yelling to the top of his lungs trying to get her attention, and it was actually the funniest and craziest time I ever saw that happen. Because he always invites like his aunt or his like one of his family members into like a stream or whatever just to prove his point. But secretly, his aunt doesn't really prove fully everything that Didi says because he actually got in trouble one time when Zezio called him out with the Pete the Zoophile stuff.
Okay.
So
this is like all thrown at me like rocks. I'm being pelted by rocks. Like I said, Slayer, go grab your Bible and search Matthew 7:6, and you'll understand what I mean. KJV is preferred.
Look at that big old rock.
That's my birthstone.
Crystal is your birthstone.
Diamond.
Diamond.
But actually, this isn't a diamond. This is clear quartz.
My birthstone is an emerald.
Ooh, I don't have emeralds, but I plan to get emeralds.
I have an emerald.
I'm making my mom some Zambian emerald.
Oh, pretty.
Some Zambian emerald earrings.
Yes,
Oh, that's fun.
2011.
Oh, that is beautiful, Ugar.
So
I don't have emeralds, but I do have something similar to it. It's called peridot.
Sapphire is yours. Sapphire is such a pretty one.
So
Slayer, look up from Matthew 7:6, and then come back to the chat and tell me your reaction.
I don't have rubies or sapphires, but I do have garnets.
So I'm a type of person. I don't go to church. One,
same.
I can't stand being around a lot of people. That's one thing. I can't stand it. I have a phobia of that. So, and loud music, like a lot of things trigger me. I don't have earbuds or anything, not yet. But
I should be wearing my earbuds because I can't hear that well. It's only I have hearing loss.
So your phobia is sort of like a crowd phobia, and you have a noise sensitivity.
Because it actually triggers my PTSD. So
sorry.
It actually can trigger my PTSD that I have. So I don't do the church things. Like I'm legit a fucking stone in church.
That's understandable.
But I do follow the Bible and on what the Bible says, but at the same time I'm studying Norse. So I'm kind of doing two of the things. Because I'm actually teaching myself how to read Nordic runes. So the thing is that when somebody uses a verse proclaiming themselves within the verse is because they've done something and they're hiding of what
Can
the
I ask a question?
You have a question?
Yeah. It's a little personal. Do you mind if I ask?
I mean, if you want to ask it here, you can ask in the private chat.
Well, it's technically personal and somewhat not personal.
This is a
Ask away.
biochemist.
Could with your noise sensitivity, could it be possible that you may have some autism?
No.
Okay, because
what I have
because
is ADHD, PTSD, anxiety, and panic disorder, and as well as cluster B personality disorder.
yeah,
The only
because
thing,
I am somewhat noise sensitive. But I don't know what all I have for autism. I am diagnosed with autism.
You are okay. You just don't know what type of spectrum in the autism you have.
Yeah, I do. It's Asperger's. It's in the high functioning.
Asperger's.
Yeah, it's in the high functioning level of autism.
I did a report on that on college, actually.
And you can tell that it's very true that I do have Asperger's. It's a type of autism.
Yes.
And I don't make this up.
or maybe you have something that's similar to or not similar. Maybe you have something what they used to call Asperger's. They don't call it that anymore.
They still call it Asperger's, Billberry.
I mean, you can, but that's not what it's called in the medical field anymore. I don't know why.
It's because the medical book has updated recently. So it's like a lot of disabilities have been kind of sort of have replaced the names. I'm saying this because I studied in the medical field, and basically even the coding diagnostic codes were also updated to ICD-10. So it's like a lot of stuff has been updated.
Mm-hmm. But I can tell you this, Ugar. My mom has a lot of education and a degree in special ed. And my mom's 80 years old, so she has been around a lot longer than most of us. So she knows more about autism and disabilities.
Oh, I know. I'm not in the psychology portion. I'm just in the basically I wouldn't say just medical assistant, but more of nursing part. So
And I wasn't saying that to be disrespectful, but it is true. My mom has been around longer than a lot of people, and she knows more about special needs.
that's totally fine by me. I mean, I have no problem.
But I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just,
No, you're good. Tara, I'm one of those people that I am so difficult to offend. So you're good.
Okay.
And I have a puppy biting me. Stop.
Your puppy's gonna bite you anyway, Ugar. It's cute.
She's a
How can your puppy not bite you and then let it be cute?
I'm testing out which stones would work better as rings.
Any stone would work as rings, Billberry.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I used to make jewelry.
That's cool.
I'm getting back into it, and I'm starting off with rings like I did the first time.
And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Do me a favor and check it.
Looking for like the bigger stones, like this big old.
Well, any color would work.
This
crystal
big old
is.
citrine right here.
I'm actually at work. I'm making orders, so I can't really look at my phone.
No. I'm asking Soviet. Check if DD's live.
So basically, Billberry, any stone of color will work for rings.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just testing like what's the right shape and size that I got.
Well, yeah, shape and size do matter.
Work better as earrings, and plenty of ones that would work better as like a pendant, like this one, this icy blue chalcedony.
Mm-hmm. And I'm only saying that, Billberry. I'm sorry for cutting you off again. I'm only saying that.
It's okay. It's okay. You good. You good.
I'm only saying that because my aunt works with gemstones and crystals and anything you can ask me, because she knows more about this. She's in her 50s.
Mm.
So
Well, now
if you want some ideas, there's no harm in asking me,
Okay.
because I have
I might
helped her
take you off.
plenty of times.
I might take you off on that order.
Thanks, Billberry.
On that offer that order.
Okay.
Offer.
Thanks, Billberry.
Alright.
Yeah, I have sky blue topaz.
Sky blue topaz would work as a ring too, and earrings.
These would look better as earrings if I can find the exact same size using the millimeter measuring tool.
Mm-hmm. It could be a little difficult at times. You just gotta have patience.
Because these are actually kind of small. There are some that literally are the same size and they would do perfect as like earrings.
Yeah, and sometimes small size works well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on selling these?
Like I can add like a big stone in the middle and 2 stones on the side.
Well,
2 smaller
Billberry.
stones on the side.
Okay.
Billberry, are you planning on selling these?
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
I think it was my bottle. It went like.
It went smack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, Billberry, again, are you planning on selling these?
Yeah. The thing about me is I like making affordable jewelry.
Alrighty, well, any jewelry is portable.
Give me just
I
a
like
moment.
making
I just
affordable jewelry, especially with gemstones that are not really too expensive, like peridot, sky blue topaz, because everybody wants the London blue topaz, which are like really dark blue. Garnets, onyx, citrine, which is a natural yellow stone found in South Africa. Amethyst.
I'm just giving you some tips so that way you can use them.
Rose quartz. Crystal quartz, which is a much cheaper alternative to like diamonds and stuff like that.
Now you gotta think about what you're going to be adding onto it, Billberry, because the prices will go up with as much product and stones you're going to be adding. You gotta think about the prices too.
Mm-hmm. So I plan to make a few bracelets as well with the cabochons I have.
Mm-hmm. Goodness, you guys went from talking about Didi to talking about stones.
Yeah, I would like to stick to the subject. But before we do,
Didi wouldn't have like a hobby like this. Couldn't do a hobby like this. He would just break everything.
Now I stopped crafting a few days ago. I lost the entrance.
So, hold on. I have a question. You don't have to answer if you don't want. So, did he end up choking his auntie before or after y'all broke up?
That was before, because I heard everything over the phone. Like I told basically almost everyone. I'm trying to forget.
But how did it lead up to it? All I knew is that he was choking his aunt.
When his aunt said that you guys are broken up. You guys no more relationship.
It's legit a giant ass card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I heard. That's what I heard, and I don't lie about this stuff. Because when I hear something or see something, basically, in what happens in real life, I don't lie. But no, everyone wants to think, oh, she's a liar and blah blah blah. Do you realize how that makes me feel about some people?
You're
This is a fossil. This is a
absolutely
fossil
hell.
agate.
So you're fine.
Fossil agate.
Like, do you understand, Ubar, how this makes you feel about some people when they call me a liar?
Oh, I've been through
Yeah,
that boat before.
Didi calling Tara a liar.
And I'm not lying because I heard everything over the phone.
Yeah.
You're
I
not.
wish
You're
we
not
could have recorded it,
lying
then it would be like
because
legit. But like, I was like I was talking to myself. Tara would not be the kind of person to lie about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not. And let me tell you this. I heard everything. And I mean everything. That call lasted for 3.5 hours.
And as soon as he put his hands on his auntie, you just saw him as the man you didn't know anymore.
Yes. Because what if you did that shit to me? Sorry for cussing.
Exactly. You know, you got to worry about yourself too. Because if he's gonna do that to his auntie, you know, if he would have done that to his grandma, if his grandma was still there, he would have killed her. Because she's old, she's frail, she's brittle. He would have killed her.
yeah.
Exactly.
He's a dangerous person.
He's
Ever
like,
since he had his other girlfriend, he's been nothing but like mentally just abusing them, and that's just sad.
And
like,
I
I worry about all
can't.
the girls that Didi's going to be dating afterwards. Because, you know, what if, you know, he becomes a wife beater?
I do actually think he might become one because every time he breaks up with his girlfriends, he always just talks negative about them.
Yep.
Always.
Yep. Well, it doesn't matter if they broke up with him or he broke up with them. It's how it is. You don't see me talking badly about Aurora.
And here's the thing, Bill Barry. Like, I'm not trying to cut you guys off, but even though that his aunt said your guys' relationship is over, it's over, you're done. I'm the one that made it official over the phone call. When Didi was trying to apologize, I said, I might forgive you, but you never put your hands on your aunt.
Or on a woman in general.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's when I told him we're over.
When my ex broke up with me, I was sad. I was telling him, please don't do this to me, and then I just had to accept it. You know, all I just want to do is make you happy, and if this is making you miserable being with me, then it's over. I had to accept it. I was sad for many days and many weeks after that, but I've gotten over it.
No, I don't mean I don't mean any disrespect in what I'm going to be saying next, and I'm sorry if this offends some guys, but when a guy said, "Oh, I'll never hurt you, I'll never physically hurt you, I'll never hurt you in general or verbally," they always end up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That is open. KK is Didi's wife. What the fuck, Soviet?
And I'm sorry, Bill Barry. I got to get this off my chest, okay? And when I was trying to tell his aunt that I was not part of that DD called Discord server, she didn't want to hear shit from me. Because from what I saw, she only cared about her side. She didn't care about what I was going to say.
That's really bad.
And I could tell that she didn't care because she told me over the phone.
Jeez.
Didi just needs to turn
Hey,
himself in
Sloppy.
doing that.
I see you there. You're peeking in my stream. I see you. I'm kidding. I'm chilling.
Slappy second here. Slappy second
right here.
here.
has.
And like I said, guys, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but what I'm saying is true. Excuse me a second. Are you Tiffany? Here you go, sweetheart. You're welcome. Sorry about we have to hear him on the call.
Yeah, good. It's not really a call; it's a live stream.
I know, but I had to say a call, so
You're good.
you know.
So we have Axel here. Axel has, I mean, with your choice or consent is up to you. If you want to bring up what happened to you with Didi, it's totally up to you. You don't have to talk about it, but that's on you.
I can talk about it in a bit. I'm helping my friend out with some models right now.
Go ahead.
Models?
Right now, since TikTok is like, since I've been growing a lot on TikTok, I've been making like small little like animations and stuff. And someone's asking me like, how do I animate like models and everything. So I'm just teaching them how to do it.
That's awesome. My last live stream on TikTok actually got 2.0K likes.
Give me a minute.
But I don't live stream on YouTube anymore. I only do live streaming on TikTok. You guys understand, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're fine.
It's just been pretty slow today at work, which is really nice.
Well, that's good.
Now there is a lot that I wish that a lot of people would do.
Oh, fuck. I cut my leg.
Stop that. Stop that. No cutting of the leg.
Yeah,
None of that.
I'm cutting out a picture and I accidentally passed a sculpting knife on my leg.
Oh,
it
Ugar.
doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
I'm going to try and make you laugh, Ugar. Are you that late? Are you that crazy?
Define crazy.
The crazy you are right now. You cut yourself on accident.
Yeah, I cut my leg. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to make you laugh. Like, we need some positivity in your stream.
That's how I am. I'm cringy as fuck too. So.
Ugar, I seem cringier.
Oh.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell this online and get my money back and buy some silver to make the rings.
Hey.
That's good to make an Oni mask though.
Alright.
So I'm cutting out Mario.
2 liter of Mountain Dew for that order. Says it right there. Don't forget. If you hear me talking, guys, in the background, I'm at work.
You're fine. Oh, yeah, at least she has a job. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Axel.
I'll talk about it in a bit. I'm trying to. The stupid model's not want to send. I hate my PC sometimes.
You and me both.
Oh yeah, and Didi kicked me out of my own server.
Much expected.
Out of your server?
Yeah, and Rich DJ kicked me out of his.
But why did he kick you out of your own server?
Well, he couldn't handle the fact that I broke up with his A.
Exactly.
Wow.
And like I said, he is a hater who hates hearing the truth.
He does. I've been telling them like a lot of like stuff that he should do or the stuff that he did in the past. Bro would just literally go onto his live stream or go in his group chat and just talks about like the opposite stuff and saying like he's right. And I've been telling him, I was like, dude, the fact that you telling like your community that you're in the right, but you know that you're in the wrong, that sets so many red flags. Because I even told him, I said, if I actually like send all this shit to the cops and they take you to court, you have to be honest because if you lie, that's a felony.
Exactly. Because in the
Wait, what
court of
y'all talking
law,
about?
you are bound by the law to tell the truth. It's a
Mhm.
yes or no answer.
I
And
think this.
the judge, excuse me for a second, the
Mhm.
judge can actually get mad at
Yeah,
people for not giving the answer that they are needing.
yeah, that is very true, very true. And because that's probably the reason why he never even talks about me in his live streams, his posts, nothing. That's probably why. Because I told him, I said, if you come after me, I'm gonna throw a lot of shit at you, and he hasn't said not one word. But the fact that he's letting his followers, like mostly his minors that are friends to him, trying to get like into my server, lie about their age so they get like the NSFW and stuff. Like, dude, me and my mods are like very smart about this. They already know who's what, and because Neon's banned in my server. He joined it one time and he's banned. Every person except for like Billberry, Ugar, and you. Y'all. I mean, I don't mind y'all joining my server. It's just the
Wait,
fact that
am I in your
DD been.
server?
But I don't really mind you joining. It's friendly, very friendly.
Well, Ugar has me friended on Discord. You can send it to her.
She should. She's in my server too. She's. I think she's mod. I'm not sure. I can't really look at my server right now because I'm downloading something. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Didi was like in my server and he was really weird in there because in the NSFW side he kept saying like how he's a switch and stuff and other things, and then he'll like look at my posts and then he'll go to my DMs and be like, um, why are you making stuff like this? I'm like, because I want to. Like like it's nothing
Your
it's
business,
nothing like
people.
bad. It's nothing bad or anything. And he tries to make it look like it is. And I told him, I was like, dude, the fact that you're just jealous because how popular I'm getting to making both this and stuff on TikTok says a lot about you. Because back then that's what he always wanted, is just to be popular.
Yeah,
Popular and rich.
he thinks he's famous.
Yeah.
3K subscribers does not make someone famous.
No, it doesn't.
Because like
You
on
think?
me on TikTok, I have like almost 10K followers. That's somewhat famous, but you will still have your low count of views on your videos. Like it's gonna be those types of times. Hell, I don't even call myself famous. I just see myself as a content creator, and that's about it. If I become
Yeah.
famous, there's no changes. Because Didi tried mapping me where when I'm famous, the people that's looking up to me, I have to ignore them. And I'm like, dude, like I'm not gonna do that. If someone's trying to like see me as an example or trying to like follow my footsteps, like yeah, I will let that happen. Like right now, like two people wanting to do animation and I'm sitting here helping them. And it's been like 2 weeks and they're doing really good because they see me doing it and stuff. Like I'm proud of that. Cause I had someone that I looked up to that did animation and hell, they was shocked of how fast I was making animation. Like I'm doing fight scenes, I'm doing walking, running, everything. And and Didi is just scared of seeing people like all of us in this stream and everyone in the comments, seeing people grow and like living their lives really well. And as he's just sitting here literally fighting his own demons that he created. And That's actually kind of funny, to be honest.
Yeah, and
And
all I've been doing was trying to help him.
mm-hmm.
Like trying to help him understand his actions does have consequences.
Always
And you don't
do.
want to believe how many times I had to tell the boy, stop reacting. You're still reacting. And you said, I'm not reacting, I'm just posting. Posting is posting is a way of reacting.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I left DD, huh? Because he wouldn't listen to me. I snapped one time.
I
Yeah,
did
and I
too.
got so annoyed. I'm not trying to cut you guys off, but I got so
Mm.
annoyed at him. Like, he wouldn't listen. Posting and commenting and reacting are a type of responding and reaction, both.
Oh, and Ugard, the link I send in that server, I actually called the people about the like child safety and everything. They actually they're really detailed about it because I reported someone that was very, and I mean very, very, very a bad person because recently he groomed and still is doing it right now, but I don't know if he's continuing it in the future or whatever. He groomed around, well, I'm gonna just say this. He groomed minors around 13 to 17, and right now he's on a 15-year-old. So I reported every action that he did. The fact that when I was telling him everything, they was like, name the social medias that he has, name his phone number, give us his name, and give us where he lived and everything. They was so detailed about that. I almost like bust into tears because that's how good it was. Because I literally listed every social media that that one person I named. I listed like his Twitter, his Telegram, his phone number, everything. I gave him his real name. I gave where he lives. Told him that he has a roommate. Tell him how many people he groomed and stuff. Everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of y'all actually use it on Didi because it would actually be a big help because regardless if he doesn't have it on his computer or whatever, he still had it and he's still shown it to people because
Right.
like I told him, you can't delete things off of the internet or your PC. It's just stuck there because they're gonna see everything once they're going through it.
Yeah,
Right.
and there are some websites
He
that
told me
even
he got a new PC over the once he got to college, and I don't believe that he's
Mm-mm,
using the
and
same
that's the
one he's
same
been using
MacBook he has.
because it's the same damn quality.
Mm-hmm.
I know. What he's not realizing is that he is repeating what Caleb's doing. I'm just saying the truth.
I mean, he is literally mimicking it. He is.
The only difference is that Caleb doesn't do the whole Christianity stuff. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and he was somewhat on about me because he thought that I was like fully Christian, which I'm not because everything I've been hearing, they've even from DD, I be hearing like other people like say stuff about the Bible or like add things to the Bible, and I'm like, that don't really make sense for like the whole entire like wording because I only actually trust like the words that my old preacher said because he always like says like if someone or someone that like adds things to the Bible, double check that because it can easily be like a lie or whatever. And I always do
Oh
that.
yeah. So
And
Fact checked him.
everything that Dee Dee's been saying, I'm just typing it on the typing on Google or like looking through my mom's old Bible, and it's half the times it's not even like some of the stuff that he says is not even matching or copied and paste. It's just him adding things, and you shouldn't really do that if you're that religious because most people can get offended by that, and it can lead to very, very, very big consequences.
mhm.
so what I'm saying, that's why I said about Matthew 7:6.
Remember when Didi called me a homophobe? I'll show you the clip.
So, and Didi, I know you're watching.
No, it's not on this.
I'm not
That's
surprised.
the other one.
Now, I will say this: I am still a Christian, and yes, I have been baptized at a young age. I just don't remember what age. I just know that it happened in grade school. Um, I don't go to church or Bible study every Sunday and every Wednesday. I do go still, but not every time. And it isn't a crowd thing. It's a really small church that I am a member at.
I don't go to church because I'm not Christian.
So, I was telling him to read Matthew 7:6. And what it says is, do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and tear you to pieces.
Mm.
That's basically when you are misusing the word of God and you just basically use it as a weapon, people will use it against you.
It's not.
I'm not Christian, but that sounds like a damn fine good quote.
Not just that.
It sounds like
That's Jesus'
a
warning.
quote.
That's Jesus' warning.
And I will say this, that when I looked up the difference between a cult and a Christian, Christians can show signs of cultism.
Yes.
But if you read it carefully, it will say Christians will show signs of cultist. But if you read towards the ending, it does state Christians aren't a cult. But it is true. Christians can show signs of cultism.
So what Soviet is saying there, the whole extremely homophobic and transphobic, is because I was in Bill Berry's stream when he posted that community post saying that homosexuals are abomination.
Yeah, I'm about to show you that video.
So what I'm gonna say, huh?
You go. You keep
So,
talking.
what in the Bible, yes, it says that. In Christianity, that's the truth. What I'm saying, I'm just saying how I was raised.
It's mistranslation in the Greek Bible. Before the Bible was ever translated into English, it was always in Greek and Roman.
So
and then Italian.
So what I mean by that is I'm just saying of how I was raised. It's different type thing. I am a LGBTQ supporter, and I used to be one of the biggest ones on TikTok because I did had a 66.9K account before Caleb banned it. So I have a mess that it's almost completed, but there's still some LGBT. What Didi doesn't understand, what's going on, is that God loves you no matter if you're gay, if you're lesbian. He doesn't care. He will love you. He just doesn't like sin. What Didi's doing it by spreading that is through hate.
From what
he's a hypocrite. So yeah.
From what I've recognized when I was a Christian, and my pastor never mentioned that God hates. Nope. My pastor never mentioned that God hates.
Of course.
Yeah, it's true. God will never hate anyone.
But I'm gonna show you this clip right now. Let me show you to you.
And then on top of that, You have some nerve to call me homophobic. I am not homophobic.
Yeah, you are.
First of all, I am not homophobic. I said that as facts, dumbass. First of all, it is an abomination. First of all, it is an abomination. Abomination.
That's the community.
Males should be sleeping with females, and females should be sleeping with males.
That's funny coming from you, Didi, since you've never banged in your entire life.
And did I tell you guys that he also hesitated more than once when I asked him, "Are you comfortable or okay with me supporting the LGBTQ?" Yeah, he hesitated more than once when I asked him if he is comfortable with me supporting the LGBTQ. Do I need to repeat it?
I actually known that because back when he was playing TD3 and they had that LGBTQ update for Pride Month, he was just hating on like the flags everywhere. He was hating on it.
That's a full-on hypocrite there.
But not only that, back on his TikTok when Pride was happening back in 2022 in June, well, he was like, I don't support it. I don't support it. I tolerate it, but I don't support it.
Yeah, but calling it an abomination is wrong. I would not feel sorry for him if he was hated by the LGBTQ community.
Let me continue. Let me continue.
Sorry.
Homophobic. I am speaking facts from the Bible, dumbass. So get your fucking facts straight.
That's literally the definition of homophobia. It's derived from religion, mostly. Like, before the Bible even reached Japan, homosexuality was fairly common in Japan, and in Korea, and in China. In fact, there was 2 kings in China one time.
There was?
In China, there were 2 kings. 2.
How?
Because one was a concubine, and then he became like the official lover of that king of one time.
Okay.
Homosexuality was treated as just a normal thing that happened until the Bible started coming around the countries. But
dick writing on my name, bro.
Dick writing on his name.
Can I also say this?
I talk about homophobes must be you, because apparently you don't even know your logic. You don't even have your logic straight with your twisted thinking.
Can I also say this?
Get out of here.
Can I say this, guys?
Hold on, wait. That's the point. That it's not straight, Didi. It's curvy. Yeah, you can talk now.
Okay. Now, I will tell you guys this. I know 2 people. One was from my high school. She was one of my friends. Yeah, she told me that her parents don't support her on being lesbian. So she came to me. And guess what I said? I said that you have my support. You will have my support. I'm happy you found someone who loves you. It doesn't matter what gender. You're happy, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant every word. I meant every word that time.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm talking loud.
All right. I am out of time. That's one thing. Before we get on.
He wants to call me a homophobe, but I was literally dating a man just a few months ago.
And see, I don't disrespect the LGBTQ community. I don't disrespect them.
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
I am out of time, but before I go, if you are a minor and you are watching my stream, I have no control of that, but my streams are 18 plus only. But if you're struggling or anything like that, it's up to you guys. My DMs are open on Discord. If you are going through something, I don't mind helping you out. Always realize you are not alone. You have people out there that will help you. Just don't seek the wrong people. All right. Other than that, I will most likely do another stream like this tomorrow. And I'll see if we'll have our dear Axel explain his entire story.
Mhm.
We'll see. If I got time tomorrow, it depends if I have time. But
Billberry's laughing.
He deleted the post that he was like saying Bilberry is cross-eyed. Cause my eyes look like they're cross-eyed. It's just that I barely can't see out of this eye, so it's uncontrollable sometimes.
Is it like
boy,
a?
I love
Is it
your
kind of like a diagnosis?
Yeah, it's I'm legally blind, and so this eye, it doesn't see that well, so it's hard to control it.
I understand that.
It has no focus. It has no focus because the eyesight in this one is not as sharp as it in this one, so it has no focus for it to like point to which direction to focus on. So it's like
So it's kind of hard to see out of that eye in general.
yeah. So mostly when I just look at things, I don't look at it like this. I turn my head
Mm-hmm.
because I can't see that with just about have to turn my head to see the entire thing.
And that is completely understandable. If it's out of your control, it's out of your control.
Yeah. He wants to sit there and say like, people attacking him and other people with disabilities because they have disabilities and stuff like that. But he wants to talk about my eyes. That I told him I was legally blind, that I was disabled.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess he.
Go ahead.
It's not there no more. It's supposed to literally be right on top of there, right on top of this post.
I have to get my leg checked out, even though it's a small cut, but I need to check it out because I do have anemia, so like I have to be careful. But I do.
Mm-hmm.
I am out of time. I will be back on tomorrow, my little pretty darlings.
Cool.
So,
And I will try to be there, Ugar. I do work
I will
tomorrow.
too.
I go and work at 2, but I don't know when I get off.
you are fine. You have a life. Didi doesn't. Didi relies on YouTube to pay him. Okay. What's harder? What's a harder job? A 9 through 8 or YouTube? 9 through 8.
Yep. I was gonna say 9 through 8. Sorry, that's the prior guys.
It only becomes a harder job when your subscribers put you in a creative bubble that you can only post one specific content.
Yep.
I will say this, guys. I will say this: a real job in real life is harder than a quote unquote YouTube job.
Not only that, he said that his job is at a church, but like when
That's
it comes
volunteering.
to
That's not a job.
jobs in church, it's voluntary work. It's voluntary work. You're volunteering for the church. You're not getting any money out of this.
Well,
that is true.
I gotta.
I'm not saying this to.
The only way you would get any money out of that is that you were the pastor and you owned that building.
All right, I gotta cut the stream. I gotta go.
Okay.
So thank you all for joining my live stream. I greatly appreciate it. And the show is over. Bye.
Bye. Add me to the server, Ugar.